I felt like a librarian today. A cute librarian. I'm sure you would not approve, but I don't care. We need to talk about that.
Okay, submit your stuff.
You should say I'm cute.
You're cute. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sheree here. Thank you for clicking on this video today. I don't know, you might exit out. And thank you for tuning in for the episode 2 of the Nee and Ree show. If you forgot, because this is only the second episode, this is my best friend Shadidra, and I am Sheree. So we're just gonna go ahead and get started. So first thing we want to do is do a check-in.
Okay.
So, how are you feeling today?
I am feeling old. I got up this morning, worked out, and now I am rubbing my knees like an old lady. My knees are scruggling right now.
Not scrub.
Yeah, scruggling. And but I don't feel tired. But I'm sure after this, my energy levels will drop immediately, and I'll be ready to
You
go
take your
back.
vitamins today? I did not take mine.
And my goal was I had coffee this morning, and then I said I'm gonna take my vitamins at like noon to get me through the rest of the day. I didn't do it, so if I fall asleep halfway, I'm fine. But I'm good. How are you?
I feel like I have a lot of stuff to do.
You've been getting things done though.
Yeah, it's just like it's always something to do. Yeah. And then making sure I know what I'm doing at work. Because it's a new job and you want to, be able to do stuff. So,
yeah. It seems like you have. It's like every time you got a new project, you get it done and it's something else.
Yeah. So it's been going pretty well. So just getting stuff done. So, all right, we're going to jump right into our first topic because it is not late at night, but it's after work. It is dark outside and she got stuff to do. All right, so our first topic is going to be
data. How you get to prepare? Like you know what you're going to say.
I'm the production person. I generate topics. You can submit your topics. Do you have topics?
I do.
What are your topics?
Finances. Should you have the same bank account when you get married?
Okay, well we'll do that.
How do you deal with?
Submit that to my office for next month's filming. Submit it to production.
I want to talk about female relationships as you get older. Like I want to talk about that kind of thing, especially like when Sheree wasn't here.
Well, that's on my list.
Well, how am I supposed to know if you didn't share it with me?
Submit your stuff to my office, which is your office. And we will have those things on the agenda for next month, for January's episode. So The first thing we're going to talk about is, I saw Queen and Slim. She did not. But how do you feel about the emergence of more Black trauma stuff? Like, I usually don't watch them. Like, I didn't watch Fruitvale Station. I didn't watch 12 Years a Slave. I usually don't watch Black trauma films because it's too triggering and I like to be happy. So what are your thoughts overall? Because I know you didn't see Queen and Slim.
I didn't see 12 Years a Slave. I didn't see Queen and Slim. I didn't see Fruitvale Station. I didn't see any of those movies. I think it's about finding a balance because at one point when I was watching certain movies, it caused me to be in a place of anger all the time, and I didn't know how to handle that because I can't be mad at all white people, or I can't be mad at all Black men, or I can't be mad at all Black mothers or something, you know what I mean? And so I just made the decision that I'll be careful about what I watch.
Yeah.
And so I know that the story is there to tell, but I think we have more to us and more to our story than hurt. And so, if people want to watch it, I don't condemn them for that. That's their choice. I just choose not to. Because it's like I know what the end is going to be. And I just don't want to live through that. I just don't want to have that all in here. So I think it is important to acknowledge that those things have happened, but I still have to find a balance that's keeping myself emotionally and mentally okay.
Yeah.
Instead of really being a very angry Black woman.
That's true.
That doesn't help the situation.
No, because I agree, because I feel like there is an area for that, but there's also comedy, more comedies and more romantic comedies, more horror, more all just areas. But I feel like there's just like, it's like 45% of, either we're slaves, or we are civil rights stuff, or we're dealing with police brutality. And that I just feel like there's more. Like Watchmen on HBO. That's what Brandon don't watch it. You don't watch it, no. But because it's going to be hard for you to follow.
Am I slow?
No, but your attention span.
I'm not ADD or ADHD. So let's clear that up.
Okay. What are you?
I'm just busy.
What shows do you sit down and watch for more than an hour?
Don't judge me because I don't like to watch TV.
I am asking a question. Do you sit down? Can you sit down and relax?
I surely can. But when I relax, I go to sleep. I like to watch King of Queens. I like to watch.
She doesn't watch them.
I do watch King of Queens.
They be watching you.
Cherie, ask Brandon. I've seen almost every single episode. I watch Living Single and King of Queens. Ask Brandon.
We need more shows for her to watch that are like in 30-minute increments, like micro shows. Like I do micro learning.
We're gonna have a pay-per-view and we're gonna fight. She can watch TV all day, and I'm like, I can't. I can watch 30-minute shows for a long period of time. I don't like watching movies.
Nobody doesn't like that either. She falls asleep.
Yes,
every
single time. I'm glad I never paid for her ticket because I feel like I want my money back.
Yeah. So anyway, the moral of that story is make some other stuff for us to watch too. But
yes,
I'm gonna film a separate video reviewing Queen and Slim. So yeah.
Overall, was it good? Just overall, general. Would you say, hey, I think you should see this?
No.
Movie? Okay.
No.
Well, you don't like Black people?
Moving on to our next topic. All right. So, did you watch the clip like I told you?
I watched the entire thing. It was like 2 parts. I watched the part about his father. I listened to it.
Okay. What do you think? And I'm just gonna see.
I didn't understand why you couldn't watch it.
Because T.I. is clearly a narcissist. Like everything that he's saying, well, just in the clip that I saw, and I couldn't watch so much because it's just the way he is phrasing stuff. Like when he was speaking, one clip particularly, he was speaking about how he went to jail. And then he went to jail twice. And when he came back, Tiny was kind of doing her own thing.
That's separate.
No.
That's separate from, that was part 2. Part 1 was just on the door.
Right, yeah. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about part 2 I saw.
I didn't see that. Okay.
But it's just the way. He's just like Martell from Love and Marriage Huntsville. He's just.
Like, I want you to be loyal to me. But see, I was so ready to talk about part 1.
Well, what did he like?
Why can't she look at this? Because
what did he say?
He was saying that he understood. He was apologetic to his daughter. He's like, I'm sorry to her. I'm not sorry to all these other people who are mad about the situation. He's like, I understand now why I'm wrong, and I'm willing to be educated about it. But he was also trying to explain, like, what is the father's role in having a say in his, I guess, or trying to protect his daughter. And Jada Pinkett was saying it's good to educate them, but you can't, like, protect their virginity. And he was saying, but he still was like, what's wrong with that?
That's not his job.
But what's wrong with that? What is protecting your virginity? I feel either my son or my daughter until they are able to.
But he's not doing that.
Until they are able to make the decision and to decide to have sex. Even though I don't think you should have sex until marriage. But if they decide to do that, I still want them to be of age before they made that decision. He said that when he was making that statement, he's like, I was embellishing, I was being funny, I shouldn't have done that. But he's like, that was when she was 15, 16. And I don't want her having sex with these little boys at that age. I didn't have no problem with that. He's like, she's 18 now, she's an adult. That's her, she does what she does. So I was like, okay, so he was wrong altogether.
Yeah.
For putting that out there, because that was very private and it should not be a joke or anything. It should not be taken lightly. But then it got into the point like you're trying to control your daughter.
Yeah.
How is he trying to control her?
Because you can't control kids. You can't. All you can do, you can say and do, don't do this, and you can say that.
So you're trying to control them.
No, you can just educate them, saying this is why.
When kids are in your house, you control them. You tell them when to go to bed. You tell them to shut up.
But
you
outside
tell them
your house, did you? Well, I can't put that on camera. I'm about to say, do you think everybody waits till they're 18?
No, I'm not saying that it actually happens. But you do try in some way to control what your kids do.
I don't like the word control. I like direct and provide information.
Oh my God. When my kids are little, do you think I'm trying to direct?
No, it's different. I'm talking about sexuality, not other stuff. Sexuality in itself is going to be different. You can educate and give what you think is the best practice and best whatever's out there. They need to be educated.
Cammy, I do not think it's right for you to have sex until you get married. This is why I believe that. And as long as you live under my roof, we can have a conversation all day about sex. We can talk about it. I'd be open, but I do not think it's okay.
So
if Cammy did decide to have sex, she's not out of my house. It's not over. Our relationship is not over. We can talk about it. So
do you think she will come to you and
I
say
really
that?
do think she will.
That she has sex.
I think she will.
Okay.
And it's about how you say it and how you share your opinions. It's almost like, oh, don't say that because your kids won't talk to you. That's not true. I asked my mom and dad were very adamant about keeping your virginity until you're married. Some of us did, some of us didn't. Mm-hmm. But we had at least with my dad and with my mom, we had conversations about that.
Yeah.
Now, did we always? Because I'm sure my sisters may have a different story about that, because there's still certain things where I don't know if I want to talk to mommy about that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that we will be able to create a space where our kids understand what we believe,
mm-hmm.
but still understand that there's grace and mercy. And even now, when I talk to Cameron and she messes up, sometimes I say, Cameron, I'm going to extend grace right
mm-hmm.
now. I'm extending grace, and we talk about forgiveness. Like, everything doesn't always result when it comes to us in punishment just because
mm-hmm.
you went against. I'm going to help you understand. But then sometimes you have consequences. And it's like it's finding a balance. But everybody's like, oh, don't say that now.
No, you can say that. My thing is having conversations and not being like, like, I think
you have to be a tyrant.
Right,
but I think you can be stern in what you believe, though.
Yeah. It's just making sure, like you said, am I going to feel comfortable coming to my mom and saying, I know my mom does not want me to have sex before I'm 18, I get her house. Am I going to feel comfortable if I do come into her, knowing well how she feels, what we believe, and is she going to be, I know she's going to be disappointed in me. Am I going to feel comfortable enough to come to her?
I think the way that we handle things in our house now, I would hope that we can create an environment where even if she falls, she can come to me. But she will still understand what we believe. I will not shy away from that. I won't downplay it. I will be passionate about it. But like I also said, it's about finding a balance. And I think even like when growing up, it's just, I wasn't sure. I mean, is this going to send me to hell? Or, I wasn't sure sometimes about that. But I want to make sure my kids understand that I would like for them to abstain. I would like for them to abstain from sex until marriage because of this, because of my belief in Jesus Christ and what the Bible says, because of what I have seen others experience, because of what I have experienced, because I have abstained. So I think with all of that, I can still find a reasonable way to talk to them and to share that with them. Mm-hmm. But I will in no way shy away from what I believe.
Yeah. Because
of fearing that she won't tell me.
Yeah. And if Cammy, anything you don't feel comfortable telling your mother, you know who's here? Aunt Ree. She talks about everything. All right. So what you were talking about, thoughts on an evolving friendship and us now living in the same state.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts?
I was initially very excited.
First of all, he will get slapped on camera.
See this right here, abuse, control. So I was very excited knowing that Cherie was going to be here because I'm like, oh my gosh, we could spend so much time together. We could do this and that. And that doesn't happen. We live in the same house right now.
In the same house.
And she'll come get her food and go watch her TV. And I have to go upstairs and give baths. And that is it. Both of us are tired after the workday. And even on the weekends. Let me tell you about her. So first of all, I know she is not into kids, right? But a lot of times I have my kids. And I was like, Cherie, you want to go to the store with us?
Why would I sign up for that?
What kind of friend is that? When we can, at some point, my kids do good in the store. They don't cry. They're not having tantrums, nothing like that. Cherie, let's go. You want to go to the store with us? Nah, I think I'll pass. Nah, I'm not going to do that. And she don't be nice about it either. And I was like, you know what? I ain't asking this help for nothing.
When was I mean?
I ain't say you were mean. You're just rude.
I don't agree with that.
So we still don't get to spend as much time as I would like together, but I don't even know if it's possible because we get home, cook, getting dinner ready, getting the kids washed, getting to bed, and I'm tired. Okay, I'm tired. Or even when I come home sometimes earlier, Cherie's still working.
Yeah.
Yelling at her computer screen.
Wait, first of all.
Her yelling at the people sitting.
Don't put my business in the streets. Okay, the fans are literally watching.
That is true.
Okay.
I don't think we have anything to hide except those 2 kilos of cocaine.
What? I don't know anything, sir. Federal agent investigating me.
Or how do you measure marijuana?
Well, I don't know, sir.
Grams?
I don't even know what that is. What she said.
Yeah, 500
Who is
grams.
this lady? I don't even know who she is.
I don't even know. Oh, no, is it ounces?
I don't know, lady.
Well, anyway, so we don't get to spend a lot of time together with each other. I mean, I think we only walked once. Yeah, we didn't do a lot together at all. She was going to buy furniture. I had to cook meals. It's like, when? So I feel like it's still going to be the same where we got a scheduled time where we're going to go somewhere and do something together. I'll make sure I have childcare and that kind of thing. And even with my husband being here, like he's very hands-on. He does cooking and all that kind of stuff. Sometimes I feel guilty. Like I don't want it to be like, oh, my friend is here. You keep the kids and me and her going out. So it's like even trying to find a balance. Like, okay, he's worked all week too, and I don't want to always leave him with the kids. So I don't know. So it's great that she's close because sometimes I can still come downstairs and she'll tell me about myself. Or I'll come down here tired and we'll watch a TV. I'll sit here for maybe 20 minutes and watch
90 Day Fiancé
or something. Yes. So that's fun. Even the little times is special to me. But yes, definitely not as much as I'd like it. And I've been talking all this time with you.
I knew this ahead of time. I already knew. I don't know what she thought was going to be going on. I knew that she is different because it's different. It's always been a difference when I come here versus when you go there. Like I feel like we have more time to do things when we were in North Carolina because when she's here, she's not my best friend Shanidra. She's somebody's wife and somebody's mother. So I already knew that. So I was kind of prepared for it. I was prepared for that. Mentally, and I was prepared for the children mentally.
Don't be acting like my kids are a lot, okay? He asks a lot of questions, but they're not bad.
They're not bad children. I just personally, my house is always and always will be child free. So I'm just used to quiet. So that's been an adjustment, but like I said, I had mentally prepared myself for it. I think when I move into my apartment that we'll be able to have more time
because I'll come over there without kids.
Right. So I think that would make it better. But I think that's just what happens especially when we're in 2 different seasons. Mm-hmm. Like you're in that season of being a wife and a mother, and I'm still hiding in these streets. Okay.
She is sitting on the couch over
on
there.
The couch.
Unless the street is the couch. And I don't think so. She ain't in no streets.
The streets could be what I call it. So, also federal agent, I'm not in the streets. Okay, I'm literally on my couch. So yeah, it's been an adjustment. And I just think it's something that we just have to continue to push through.
I just felt bad because I'm like, I want to be the bestest best friend ever. Like, I could definitely be the bestest best friend ever when she gets here. I'm like, I'm just disappointed in her.
And my thing is, when I do find other single friends, she gonna want to fight all of them. But then,
or will.
I'm like, you can't fight these people when they have more time to spend because you don't. So like,
I feel like that. I feel personally attacked right now.
Why do you feel personally attacked?
I feel like that's a dark. Like, since you don't have time for me, I'm going to find somebody who does.
No, but you be threatening people.
Stay on the couch.
See, this is the problems that I have
Stay on the couch
in my life. But yeah, it is what it is.
Well, I'm glad you understand.
All right. Any last thoughts on that?
No, I love you very much.
I love you too. Moving on to our next topic. Marriages changing directions. So do you remember Marceau from Love and Marriage Huntsville?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I don't know if you guys watched that, but he was on the Tisha and the mom.
Mm-hmm.
And then who was the other person? Oh yeah. So I think at the beginning of their marriage, they had said that Marceau is going to be the provider and he's just going to work. And then Tisha's going to assume all the responsibilities at home.
Mm-hmm.
So now Tisha wants to do more. On this show, she has a master's degree, actually. She has a master's degree in like finance.
Mm-hmm.
So she's doing real estate now, I believe. So she wants to do more things outside the home. And Marceau doesn't do anything at home. Like, he didn't even know his child was allergic to peanuts. So he's struggling with that.
Mm-hmm. So
as a married person, how do you feel like if like 10 years down the road, or let's say 5 years down the road, Brandon says, hey, I want to do this now. It's like something that you like, what?
I guess it depends. It depends on, like, if it's impacting our livelihood, I would struggle more versus if he was going back to school and it means I assume more of the role at home. Mm-hmm. To me, that's temporary, so we can deal with it. I feel like their case is a bit extreme because even if he's providing and she's at home, he still doesn't seem to have a lot of interaction with the kids.
Yeah. Like,
not knowing your kid is allergic to something. Like, how can you make yourself... To me, he has totally and completely detached himself. Mm-hmm. Like, she got all of that, and I'm just going to work. And so, to me, he's still missing just the basics of being a father. You still have to be a father. Yeah. Even if you're the provider, you still have to be a father. Yeah. And so, I think he's just completely detached himself, and that's not right. So, it's still about finding a balance when making those kinds of decisions. And you have to be flexible because, I mean, even though you sign up to be married forever, people change. Mm-hmm. And so, even though you've made this agreement... Bro, you've been doing this for 15 years. Can you understand where your wife's coming from? Feeling like she needs to do something else. Feeling like she needs to accomplish. Like, my kids aren't babies anymore. How else can I define myself? Mm-hmm. And so I think he needs to be understanding of what she needs. And the other issue, I think, is if that's really important to her and he still wants to continue to do what he's doing, get a nanny. Because first of all, her mother-in-law is a problem. We need to talk about that, busy mother-in-law.
Oh, God.
Because she is a busy mother-in-law.
She is.
Thank God my mother-in-law.
She's hilarious,
not
though.
like that,
but she is team too much.
And I think that probably makes it even harder because he's like, you're outsourcing
mother. Yeah, that's what he said.
And so it's like, you can't. That's not fair to her either. Because she's trying to find a way to have both. And so I think he's just being stubborn. Yeah. And I think because he has detached himself so much, it's hard for him to kind of see it any other way. Mm-hmm. But I think you should be flexible in some way. Unless Brandon's trying to move us out to Alaska, where I don't want to be cold, well, Alaska's not always freezing cold, but that's not something that I want. So,
or you want to have 5 more kids or something.
Yeah, no, it's not happening. So I think it's just about compromise throughout the marriage. At some point, somebody's got to give a little bit. And he's just not trying to compromise.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you can't see how this is squashing her? Like,
he agrees that he doesn't even care.
Yeah,
Like,
he doesn't.
He's not aware of her feelings. He doesn't care about her feelings because it is now affecting him and how much she's expecting him to contribute as a father. Now,
but that should have always been
the case. Yes, that's true too.
You don't know your son is allergic? How? That boy was big. This wasn't no 2-year-old. This boy was like 8, 10. You don't know he has, like, to me, that you have really, I don't want to say failed, but you've fallen short when you don't know anything about your kids. Like, you don't have a relationship with your children.
Mm-mm.
I don't care how much you provide. They're going to remember how much you've been home.
Yeah.
So
that is true. Very much true. I agree wholeheartedly, except for like if it's something drastic, like you said. For me, I don't want to have children. So when you get with me, you should know that, and that's something that's not going to change. So don't come to me 5 years later talking about where the kids at, because I already told you.
What if your mind changes?
No,
I'm just saying. What if your mind changes and he says, because isn't that what happened with Jenny Mai and her husband? I think she was one part of it. I thought she was saying they agreed not to have kids, and then he wanted kids, and she's like, "I don't want kids."
Then you have it out because I'm changing what we agreed to.
But he's changing. She's changing what he agreed to.
Yeah, somebody can be out. It's sad, but that's not what we agreed to. And if those things are like big enough, like that, like you said, moving to Alaska. Went to somewhere crazy. I don't know. No, we're not doing those crazy stuff. So, all right. Last one. Kamala Harris dropped out. Did you know that?
Yes.
Okay. What do you think?
I don't have any thoughts on it.
I didn't think she was going to win. I don't think we have any candidates that can beat the current president. So, I don't know. I just didn't think she was going to win. So,
I think she was. I was with her for a little while until I forgot what candidate that was pulled her card one time on the president during the debate. And because to me, she was playing, I don't want to say she was playing victim, but she was using her childhood. Like, I was that girl who did this, or I was that girl. I felt like she played on that a little too long. And I got tired of, like, okay, I know that, but what else? And then when people, and I never looked it up for myself, though, so I don't know if it's true, when people were talking about her sending people, I don't know if it was drug charges, marijuana charges.
Oh, yeah, when she was a prosecutor or something.
Yeah. And that kind of, I allowed media to taint me on that when it came to that. But I can't say I thought she was going to win either.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's bad because, we're Black women. I support Black women.
Yeah, but I know how much overall this country hates Black women. I know, and not just white men.
I didn't even think of it from that point. Yeah. I just didn't know if she was just.
I think both of those.
If she could rally everybody to support her.
I don't think she would have enough of a base to do that. And she has it. Like, she had a strong following, but it wouldn't be enough to overtake Trump. I don't think there's one. I don't think there's one.
I mean, we may need to talk about that next, because somebody has to run against him.
Yeah. Most likely it's going to be Biden. But somebody did say that it might be Biden and her, that ticket. Which I still don't.
To get the Black vote for her?
I don't know. That they're saying that's why she dropped out. So I don't know. I still don't see any of them with enough to rally, because Trump's fan base is big. They're big and silent.
But I'm wondering why. I'm not just going to support a candidate because they're Black.
Right.
But I'm wondering why I didn't feel as, and I guess it shouldn't just be an emotional thing. Like, I didn't feel as invigorated by her or motivated by her, I'm going to vote.
Yeah.
But it didn't necessarily mean like, yes, I want to vote for her. And I don't know who.
No one had that it factor. I don't think none of them did.
But I really want to. I feel like everybody has. And another thing that makes it hard for me when I hear everybody's, I guess their plans of what they're going to do is like how much of this is realistic versus how much of this is just trying to get me to vote for you. And so, was she the one who was talking about student?
No, that's Elizabeth Warren.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so even with that, I'm like, heck yes.
But how are you going to do that?
But how is that going to be paid for? Do we have a plan for that?
She said she has a plan for it.
And so I need to look at that. Yeah. I need to do my research and see how is this going to really work. So, yeah.
All right, before we get to one gotta go, Riverboat Ron Revere was fired today from the Carolina Panthers. He's been with us for 9 years. So, hater, while I'm in this great congested state of Maryland, a state that does not end in Carolina.
He said, you better recognize. We used to say that when we were little.
Yeah. So I just wanted to say thank you, Ron Revere, for 9 years of service. And I'm pretty sure that a team will pick you up probably tomorrow. Because I don't think that all the things that were happening were his fault. I think there's a lot of stuff that needs to happen in Carolina. But yeah, thank you to Ron Rivera. So we're going to go ahead and close this out with one gotta go. So here are our choices. We have 4 choices, and one of these people have to go, and everything associated with them is gone. So their music, movies they've done, anything associated with them is gone.
Okay.
All right?
Like never
happened. Okay. All right? So here are our choices. Well, it's actually shows this time because I started to do men, but then I got stuck. So 4 shows. So Fresh Prince, Different World, Martin, My Wife and Kids. So, one more time. Fresh Prince, Different World, Martin, and My Wife and Kids. So, we like to start with which one are you automatically saving?
This is going to...
Who stays in the boat first?
Everybody's going to yell, but I'm going to say My Wife and Kids.
I knew it! I knew it. I feel like these are too easy because we know each other really well. So I already know what she's going to say. I know she already knows who I'm going to say. No, it was not Martin.
Really?
It's a Different World.
That would have been my second guess.
Yeah.
See, you know each other. Sheree, as much as you talk about Martin,
I know.
You never talk about A Different World.
I know.
Ever.
But I think it's a better show than Martin.
Why you don't look at it like you watch Martin?
I do. I watch it on Amazon Prime.
Yeah. You see who's the better friend. Because all she talks about is Martin.
Because there's so many Martin references for everything.
Exactly. So that's why I would pick Martin.
No, I think
you never reference.
A Different World is, for me, on my top shows, The Office #1. That's the best show of all time, I believe. So
you don't like people.
Whatever. So I'm going to save A Different World first. So, all right.
So Martin second? You want to save Martin second?
Yes, I would save Martin second.
Oh, I'm about to say,
yeah.
Who would I save second? Dang, am I thinking as an adult or as a young kid?
Just overall.
I would, after My Wife and Kids, I would pick Martin.
You would say Martin?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me one Martin reference. What's your favorite Martin scene?
B2B, because that's what Brandon always says. He talks about B2B. I mean, I've watched Martin plenty of times. I'm married to Brandon, okay?
Because that's how your husband references me? Yeah. That's the scene you remember?
No, that's the reference I remember. He calls you B2B.
He's an idiot. All right. So
you know he says B2B.
He's a hater.
You need to fight. That should be a good. You get him a nerve.
Oh, so you have left A Different World and Fresh Prince, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you saved Martin and My Wife and Kids. So you have Fresh Prince and Different World. And I have Fresh Prince and My Wife and Kids.
I don't know who you're getting rid of.
No.
How dare you? I think I'll keep Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and get rid of A Different World.
What kind of foolishness?
That is my statement, and I stick with it, and I stand by it. Wow. And everybody can fight me.
You're getting rid of A Different World.
Mm-hmm. I didn't watch that a lot. I watched it, but in West Philadelphia, born and raised, on the playground is where I spent most of my days. Like, that was like...
But Whitley Gilbert is fabulous, okay?
Oh, and that's why I'm definitely getting rid of it.
Whitley Gilbert, Tony Childs, and Regine, those are the prototype for how you should live your life. Okay? Throw in Hillary too. Did I say Hillary? Can't remember. Throw in Hillary too. But don't be as dumb as Hillary. Okay?
I never understood what was going on with I can't remember her name, and the JROTC man. And she got married to him. I feel like first she was a student.
What show you talking
about? A Different World.
Oh, Lisa Bonet's character?
No.
She got married to her Jerry. Oh,
the captain or the colonel,
the Colonel Taylor and
Jaleesa. So what happened? What was it?
I
thought she was like a student or something.
She was a student. She graduated. And then she was working. When she got her apartment, that's when Whitley came to live with her because her dad had cut her off. Mm-hmm. And so she was working. So like for the last half of the season, she was grown because she came to school grown. Remember, she was 26 when she started. So she graduated and then she was working. And then
I thought that was weird.
Yeah, it was. I mean, there was a big age difference. But yeah, they eventually got together because first she was with Walter. And that was just like, no, because Walter's a player. Mm-hmm. So yeah, her and Colonel Taylor ended up getting together and they had a child. Mm-hmm. So yeah,
I know my wife and kids are getting that out.
Yeah,
that show's hilarious.
It is, but over Fresh Prince.
Don't do your face.
Well, it is hilarious.
I just think about what was. I don't remember. I mean, I watched A Different World, but I didn't watch it that much for me to really say, "Oh, like that could never go away."
Yeah, I could watch all seasons of A Different World except the first one. I don't watch the first season because I don't like when Lisa Bonet is on there because I don't like ditzy people. She just always airy and ditzy. I don't like that. So yeah, I don't watch. So every season of A Different World I can watch. Martin up to season 5. I think it was 5 seasons. So yeah, as it was ending when him and Tisha was going through that stuff, it wasn't funny. So I'm thinking about overall, what could I sit and watch the longest? And it would be Different World.
You know what show you didn't put the Cosby Show in there.
I know. I had it on that scale.
I would have dropped it anyway.
I know.
I didn't really watch it. I didn't like it. Was too fake to me.
Yeah. I like the Cosby Show, but yeah, I probably would have gotten rid of it too. But anyway,
that was long enough.
Yes, that was another installment of Nee and Ree. Let's see, what else? Do we have anything to tell them? No. This is December's episode. We will see you guys next month in January. I hope everyone have a safe and happy Christmas and whatever other holidays you celebrate.
And Happy New Year.
And Happy New Year. So yeah, you guys be blessed, and
if somebody say that, comment below that my this what you can see is cute.
I will see you guys in the next video. I'm turning off the comments. Bye.
Still can't believe you didn't even say, "Oh, you look nice." You really said my outfit was ugly.
I didn't say it was ugly.
That's pretty much what you said.
It's just it looks
librarian.
But, like, sexy?
I wasn't trying to be sexy.
Okay. Oh, okay. I got you. Because I thought you was trying to say, like...
I think I look nice.
It looks old.
It does not look old. This is a style. This is the last installment. I mean, I know I have old clothes tendencies, but this is my style.
It is.
But you should still say you look cute, even if you don't like the outfit.
You look cute. Yes, you always gonna be okay. But this situation, The clothes, not
You should
her.
really call my clothes a situation.
It's cute for like a 45-year-old woman or something.
Just shut up, Sheree. Just shut up. I just can't. I just can't. I gotta look. I have my cute boots and everything.
Well, maybe let me see what the boots
No. Go ahead. You pick one or one drop the other, whatever it's called.
What did Brandon say?
I didn't ask him anything.
No, he's a lie anyway.
He wouldn't. He just not say nothing. He didn't say nothing. So hold up. Both y'all. I hope y'all are the ones that I have to pick and get rid of because I'm getting rid of both of y'all first.